Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to show you how I made this grape soda can, and this was actually inspired by the one on Silly Squishies, but I kind of shaped it up a little bit and made it my own design. So to start off with, I took a piece of memory foam, and as you all know, this is actually density foam rather than like the viscoelastic one which bounces back really well, because I kind of got sent the wrong one. So we all know the spiel on that one, but this is density foam, but if you're making this I would advise to use memory foam. So what you want to do is draw out a circle, and then like going down on that circle you then want to create a cylinder like shape. You want to just smooth this out over and over until you get a really nice smooth cylinder shape that you're happy with. So in order to make the level on the bottom that the can kind of sits on, what I did was just trimmed off all the corners, and this kind of just made a nice little indent piece where the can can kind of sit on. I then just smoothed out the edges to make it nice and smooth, and just left the bottom bit as it was. What I then did was took my scissors and laid them flat on the squishy, and I just kind of started snipping away about 1 centimeter away from the top to make a nice little indent all the way around, to make it as if like the can kind of had a bit sticking out on the top. I just smoothed this out also on both the top and the bottom, so it looked like obviously the can had a rim, which is like usually where you drink from. I just smoothed out all the top and stuff, and then what I did was just did a coat of white puffy paint all over. I didn't actually film this as it got to nighttime before I actually got round to doing it, but I just did one coat of the white puffy paint all the way over. What I then did was mixed up some light purple colour using this Scribbles purple paint and white puffy paint, and I just kind of popped this all over the base bit of the can which I wanted to be purple. So once the purple kind of coat was still wet, I then went ahead with a silver glitter colour from Scribbles and just popped this all the way on the top piece of the can, and I just did a really kind of thick coat with this with a lollipop stick, kind of smoothing it out, and I then set this to dry. So once the glitter had fully dried, it is really dark and just so beautiful, as there's so much glitter in this paint, it's unreal. I just went ahead and flipped it over and just did the exact same to the bottom part of the can. Now because this paint takes ages to dry, I just kind of tipped it over and just started drawing on the design on the front. I made sure not to pop it down and ruin the paint that I just put on, and I just went in with the Scribbles purple, I think it's called shiny purple, something like that, and I just painted on a little design on the front by making a purple circle, and I also went ahead and made a little grape down in the bottom right hand corner. If, by the way, you want to make the actual Silly Squishies one, I would recommend just using this colour instead of the light purple, as this is a really kind of lifelike colour for the actual squishy. So what I did was added some green to the grape bunch, and this colour was called Shiny Christmas Green. I then liked this green colour so much that I added another little bit of detail by making a little line around half of that purple circle shape. Next, with just some white puffy paint, I went ahead and wrote out the word grape soda from the first part of that green line to the last, just kind of going around the circle. I then went ahead with the same coloured purple paint that I put on that circle and just added these in like the holes of the letters to kind of make them stand out a little bit more. So to set this design to dry, I actually put it like the other way up so that the bottom of the can wasn't touching anything and that it all dried nice and smooth without smudging it. So once this side was fully dry, I then went ahead with some black puffy paint and just painted on a little face inside that purple circle that I had created on the front. I did the two eyes first with the mouth in between as I usually do, and I then added some blush either side of those eyes as the cheeks and some white to the highlight of the eyes. Now, someone did ask me the other day like if I have to put faces on everything, and I just do because I love facing on things, and that's what I'm just going to keep on doing because I love them so much. Obviously you don't have to, but you know, if you want to, you can. So to add some 3D effect to the top of the can, I just went ahead with that 3D scribbles paint again in the same silvery colour and just drew out kind of like the little pull tab thingy and then just some details on the very top. I also added a circle all the way around to act as the rim, and using my dotting tool here, I just removed some of the paint where I kind of wanted a little circle to be in that little pull tab. So what I then did was left this to dry, and once all the paint was dry, my squishy was then complete. Now the texture of this is really strange. I'll put some sound on here so you can hear it. Like, can you hear that? It's so scratchy, but it's so nice. So I really like this squishy and how it turned out. It's not very slow rising because I didn't put a lot of coats of paint on, but if you want yours to be more slow rising, all you have to do is just keep putting about maybe 2 or 3 more coats of that light purple colour on top and then put your design on top. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. Like I said, I absolutely love its little face, and I love all the kind of pastel colours mixed in with that silver glitter. I just think it looks so nice. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, as it really helps me to see what type of videos that you want to see in the future. And yeah, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!